Hello everybody. Today I have another review video for you all. Hooray! And in today's video, it's a bit of a special one. This is my 100 subscriber special. I'd like to again thank you all very much for 100 subscribers. I appreciate it very much. And it is greatly appreciated. But the 100 subscriber special today is going to be about this team of characters I made. And this team being called the Terabot Express. And so the first thing I like to say is that my character, Conductortron, that's his name, is part of this. I already talked about him. I suggest you go check out my channel and go watch that video. It's a pretty fun one. Actually, a fun fact is that I'm pretty sure I never say his actual name in the video. So yeah, his name is Conductortron. Anyways, getting into the bulk of the video. I'm going to show off, as I show off the characters, I'm going to start off in the alt mode, and then as we go along, you could guess what they're going to look like in robot mode. So our first character here is Railroad, and it's not the cleanest alt mode as you'd see. I didn't actually plan for him to transform. I kind of just put this like this, but one thing you'll notice is that the vehicle modes will vary from amazing to awful, and this is being one of the vehicle modes. The other ones are actually, some of the other ones are actually really good, but as you can see, I'd like to think of this as just like a box car, like an attempt at a box car, or maybe a flatbed that's carrying some train tracks and some other freight. But to transform him, what you need to do is flip this down, pull out his arms, flip them up, his other arm, flip them up, and then his head's kind of just back there. Fold his arms up like this. And here we have Railroad in robot mode. So Railroad's purpose is that he lays down tracks, like you just like, choo, choo. And then there's track, like that. I'd like to think that as the Terabot Express is chugging along, he's sitting at the front, like just chuffing really fast, just laying down on the track. I do plan to redesign it to make it look like there's a box that builds the tracks instead of just like this flatbed that holds it, because this looks like it could run out eventually, but like if I build like a little machine that looks like it builds the track, then you could say that he just has infinite track. The next character I'd like to talk about is Class 8. Now Class 8, no, he's broken. Class 8, as you can see, he's a Class 8 diesel shunter. Very similar to Diesel from Thomas and Friends. And actually, so he's supposed to sit at the front of the Decepticon Express. Oops. And so what I did, I actually made it to where you could hook Railroad to the front of him. You could hook Railroad up to the front of him, so like the diesel shunter's at the front pulling, and then he's at the very, very front, laying down the track so the Decepticon Express can actually go. To transform Class 8, first what we'll need to do is take the wheels, kind of shift them down like this, and it'll rest just perfectly like that. And then what we do, we flip these bits down, this bit down, fold that up, and then what we do, we open his gaping, massive, monstrous mouth. This is his robot mode. I don't know if this thing is just nightmare fuel. It's got guns all along here. These are gun barrels. So like it's like, and it's also loaded with teeth. So I'd like to think if there's like anything on the track, we'll use this guy. This guy's name is Skip. So if anything's on the track, he just goes like, and just like eats it whole. That's what I like to think that he does. Of course, if you have if you have this guy in the front, he's not really going to be able to do that. Otherwise, they're just going to come to a crash because there's no one to build the tracks. But I'd like to think that when they're on already solid track and railroad's gone doing other things, he just plows through everything. The next character we have to show off is personally my favorite. This one is Trainwreck. Now, out of all the alt modes, I feel like he's got the cleanest one. He turns into a crane car. He's got a crane arm. It's very poseable. They use some bionicle pieces. He's got some clampers. Just clink, clink. And he's got the very cleanest, like I said, he's got the cleanest alt mode. So, to transform, we pull this bit up, fold this bit out, and then fold this bit around. It's a little finicky. Once you get it, there you go. And fold it down like this. Fold this down, pull this out. This is actually can be removed for easier access. Then you fold this, dip, dip, and position that, and boom. And here's Trainwreck in robot mode. Now, as you could probably already guess why he's my favorite. You could also flex his fingers out like that. So he's got a big red Cyclops eye on the front right there. And it's a lot like Shockwave. I actually use a spider piece to represent his face. Like this looks like almost maybe eyelashes or some sort of eyepiece to his face. And that looks like a little pincer mouth. Pretty cool. And so probably the most interesting thing is that he's actually the leader of the Terabot Express. So I'd like to think that so since he's a train, he decided to form this special team of Transformers called the Terabot Express, where pretty much any misfits or unwants or fallen Decepticons or Autobots or other Transformers can join to pretty much become a team of misfit trains, and like they trade in their legs for like wheels. And yeah, so he's a leader, and he's got this little pocket. He stores energon in there. I'd like to think that he goes around scrounging for energon, being like, ugh, ugh. He pops off his base pretty easily. Yeah, that's him. Next character we have, just kind of blowing through these things, is Coal Car. I think that's his name. I kind of forgot it. Coal Car. This one's kind of the more lazier ones. You could see where I was going with it. Like I had this car and I wanted to make it look like as if something was buried underneath, but I had more of a lot more of these tile pieces, but there's just so many in there. They just overflowed, so I took some out. But I feel like I could put some more in because it's kind of just the whole concept of him being buried underneath is kind of just lost. But to transform, we pull him out of his car, adjust him upright, fold his arms out, fold his horns up, fold his arms out even more. And there we have his robot mode. You could probably fold it down like that to make it look like he's standing out of the... So, as I said, this is one of the more lazier designs. I wasn't attempting to be lazy, it's just that I had a good idea. It just didn't come out as good as expected. But it's still a cool design. I feel like him being this perfect white would not fit with him sitting in just a pile of just dirt. I mean, maybe this is like slate or something, or rocks. But, again, he wouldn't be pure white because of this. Moving on. So the next character we have is Loudmouth. Loudmouth, as you can see, is the smallest one so far. They get smaller as we go. So Loudmouth, he's a cute little cement mixer. This could actually be removed. He's a cute little cement mixer, and yeah, it spins around, it tips back and forth. And his transformation is probably like the most ingenious out of all of them. Like, it's just so simple and easy. So first what we do, we come back to the mechanics back here, and what we actually do, we flip it up, we fold the handles forward. Oh goodness. Fold the handles forward. We can put that piece back in. I'm just removing it for the shots. Then we fold these out and up like that. And here we have Loudmouth in robot mode. So Loudmouth, I'd like to think of him as more, not as evil and aggressive as the other ones, more of a kind of likable guy. He's just like, da 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 da. A lot simpler minded than the others. And he's got like this massive gaping mouth. Like, I think it just shoots massive lasers, like. You could add the effects later. And yeah, I'd also like to think an ironic character trait of him is that despite the fact his name is Loudmouth, he never talks. I mean, with a gun in your mouth, it's going to be pretty hard to talk, isn't it? Yeah, he's got this nice bright orange. I feel like he's got the... He's like one of my favorite colored ones out of all of them. Yeah, moving on. Next one we have, this is the biggest one we got. I said they were going to get smaller, but this is like the last big one. They're going to get really small. So, as you can see, this is a big flatbed, and it's got a blanket over it. Again, this is one of the lazier, but also kind of ingenious designs. So this is like a Darth Vader bionicle cloak piece. And I just put it over the car to resemble like a tarp or something covering some sort of supplies or something. And yeah, to transform, first what we do, we flip these bits up and we ball this up into a tiny little ball, and we use those to hold it down, just like that. Then we come back here, fold this up like Frankenstein or something. Fold his arms out. Fold these here you remove this for a second. Unfold his head, or unfold his horns and all that. Put it back on. It can be done without removing his head, it's just that I removed his head just to make it easier. And here we have, and we can rotate this around. And oh yeah, I forgot to say his name. His name is Cowcatcher, I think. No, Plow. His name is Plow. So Plow, as you can see, is this big bulking brute of a robot. He's got like this big scar down half his body, like one of his arms is shriveled while the other one is normal. I don't know, I'd like to think that he got hit with some sort of like rust cannon or something, just like, or something that just corroded half his body, just like got sprayed or shot with something that just corroded half his body. So the reason why he's got the name Plow is because I'd like to think that he like puts his head down like this, just like, and like just smashes through walls, like grrr. Like they'll build a track all the way up to like a building, and they're just like kaboom, just debris everywhere. And as you can see, the removing the cloak tarp thing, it has revealed all sorts of boxes. At one point I had a whole bunch of guns in here, but I think I took them out. I have other like little like things inside them. Like this one's got a gun. I don't know, there's like just little like parts and stuff in there to resemble like stuff. Yeah, I'd also like to think that he's not much of a talker. He does actually talk, but he just doesn't talk as much since he's got his obvious wound, battle damage. You probably wouldn't want to talk if you have like half your face just all mangled up like that. Yeah, moving on. The next two characters I'll just do in bulk. So we have this assembly of garbage. Let me just... Hold on. So as you can see, this assembly of garbage is... This is kind of like just the very end. The blue one, Whistle. I originally didn't plan for him to transform, but I accidentally made it to where you could fold him into this box. So this is now his alt mode. To transform him, you just pluck this piece off, fold these out, fold these like this, up, and then fold his arms down, revealing Whistle's robot mode. I don't know why I'm smacking my lips so much. I apologize for that. So here we have his alt mode. He's very bright teal color. He's got all these music notes. So I'd like to think that as they're chuffing by, he's the whistle. Like, he makes a loud whistle noise as they chuff by. He's got a gun arm, a normal arm. He's got this weird base thing he could come off. I'd like to think that he could actually pop off it and then fly around with his wings. Turning him around. He's not got much. He's got like these, I guess he call them thrusters for like when he's like flying through the sky, like this chain thing here. This is what connects him to the rest of the train. I couldn't find a proper way to connect him without having like a big coupling or magnet on the back of his head, so I just added a chain. Yeah, that's him. And then the second one, actually, hold on, I forgot about this piece. So if you remove his eye, and then take this weird garbage piece that was from earlier, just click that right there, and then put it on like that. So now he's got this telescope piece. Now he's got like a weird telescope eye, and he's like... I like to think that this... Now, I also have a whole bunch of these light blue pieces, so like you could just keep going, and it looks pretty funny. Hold on, I'll show that in a minute. Yep, that's how long I can make it. I'm pretty sure I have more of these. I don't know, but this is how long you can make it, and it's pretty funny. I'd like to think that he could actually extend it by this much, and like at this length, he could see like probably maybe like 3 miles away. Like this is a pretty long telescope, and you'd probably be able to see very far with this. Anyways, moving on to the little brown guy. This is Caboose, Caboose, and yeah, this Caboose is yet again just a mangled piece of chewed up gum put on wheels. I apologize for my lip smacking. I don't know why I do it. So he is some sort of missile launcher. Like he goes at the very end. He's like the very last one to exist. So he's got like all sorts of missiles to like cover them from behind. So like if like there's a train moving up behind him, he's just like just pulverizing the train. Transform him. Flip this piece up. Turn it around. Flip this piece out. Hold this out. Rotate. Click 1. And then fold this bit down. Place him down. And there we go. Now he is by far the smallest member of the Terabot Express. Here we have Conductortron as a comparison. This is very small. Matter of fact, let me bring in Earthrise Optimus to show how small this guy is. This guy's pretty small. Yeah. So this guy, I like to think... So Whistle and Caboose are very close friends. Since they're always at the back of the train, I feel like they're always the most misunderstood and kind of like just pushed aside. So they They kind of teamed up, so they're kind of buddies, since they're always at the back of the train. Yeah, these guys are buddies. They're just da-da-da-da. Before I end the video, I'd just like to show off what they all look like together. So here we have railroad in the front, connected up to Class 8. Next up is Loudmouth, along with Trainwreck, the leader of the Terabot Express. Plow, Whistle, I couldn't connect him since he's only got one buffer. Coal Car, and last but obviously not least, Caboose. I love the face piece. I used a Lego Minecraft bat face print for that. So I hope you've enjoyed, and if you did, please leave a like, and also go check out my channel to see more great videos just like this. And for my next review, if I see enough love, I'll do one of these guys. I'll do a poll. See which one of these two guys, do a poll. But until that, bye bye.